Hey, what's up guys, Sam here. So today I'm making this video because I just got an i130 for my wife, completed in 77 days, 11 weeks, and I want to tell you guys the process of this because when I started it, I was confused. And when I looked at other videos on YouTube, they were long and rambling. I just want to get to the point to help anyone out there who's also trying to do this process for their spouse. Full disclaimer, my wife is pregnant, 20 weeks. That did help get it expedited, and it's during COVID times that also kind of helped. No matter what anyone tells you that you can't get it expedited,
requests for expediting are almost always denied,
or pregnancy doesn't help. In our situation, it did help. It got the i130 completed in 11 weeks. She is right now with me here in America. I filed the i130 September 26th, December 10th. I was holding her in my arms here at LAX airport. This video is about getting the i130 expedited and done quickly. First, let me just give you a little bit background about my wife and I. This will help also to see if it can relate to your situation. My wife is an Indian passport holder. She lives in Dubai. We got married in September online using a website called Wed. Now this website got us married through Utah. If you want to save some money, you can probably go directly through Utah, and we got our marriage license registered in Utah. That is a big step as well. You do need to be married if you're planning to do the i130. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through the process with you, exactly what I did, the timeline and the days I did them. September 26th, I filed the i130 a day after we got married on September 25th. After watching this video, and if you still haven't filed the i130, you are married to your spouse, I suggest you file it immediately. Every day you waste is gonna delay a day from your spouse being with you. I'm not going to go through all the paperwork that you need to file. That is on the website if you go to the USCIS website. You can actually file the I-130 online. I suggest you do it that way. It was very easy to do. And they give you a good login and keep track of everything. It's really not that difficult. What did help is after I submitted the I-130 on September 26th, on September 29th, I called USCIS. This is their phone number at the bottom. It took about 2 hours on the phone of holding. Finally, when I was connected with an agent, I was able to let them know I want to expedite my case, and I gave them my case number. I told them the situation, that my wife is pregnant, her job situation, she doesn't drive, she takes about 45 minutes to and from work, and she works out in the oil fields, which is damaging for her health and her baby's health. All these things helped expedite the case. The agent then gave me an email to USCIS. This is the email right here. Email them requesting it to be expedited. Just a day later, they emailed me back and they told me to submit additional evidence. But now they just wanted to see evidence as to what I'm saying is the truth. And so I submitted the evidence to them, emailed them. On October 2nd, I received an email from them saying that expediting was approved. It was extremely quick. I was expecting it to take maybe 45 days, but it was done immediately. By October 12th, I received another email saying that the case has now been approved by USCIS and is being now sent to the NVC. Now, I didn't know what the NVC was at the time, and that's actually the step after the USCIS. They send it to the National Visa Center located out in New Hampshire. Surprisingly, that office is open till midnight because I was receiving emails at the most oddest time, 10 p.m., 11 p.m. from them. Now, this is something I didn't know, and this is very important. If you want your case to go quickly, is you need to request the NVC to expedite the case again. Regardless if USCIS has expedited your case, you need to tell the NVC to expedite your case. That's something I didn't know. Nobody told me this. It was very tough to find online. That's probably one of the biggest hints I can give you. So immediately, once your case is sent to the NVC, immediately request it again to be expedited. Use the same information that you gave to the USCIS, but also include the fact that your case was also expedited by the USCIS. That will help your case because if they see that the USCIS has expedited, they will also expedite it. After that, it's all standard. The NVC emails you, you log into their website and you fill out the forms. They're going to ask you for a police certificate. So if your spouse, depending on the country they live in, Dubai, it was very quick. I know in India it may take a week or two. So if you are planning obviously to get your spousal visa, the minute your case is submitted to the NVC, tell your spouse to get that police certificate. To request expediting from the NVC, email them right here. Unfortunately, like I said, I didn't know I had to get it again expedited by NVC, so I did that October 19th. I wasted about 7 days not knowing that. On October 26th, NVC emailed me saying they're reviewing the request for expediting. On November 3rd, I was told that NVC has now approved it being expedited. Also on November 3rd then, I received another email saying my appointment was canceled. Now I panicked here a little bit, but I did contact the Abu Dhabi Immigration Center asking them what this meant. And that was actually a standard email kind of saying that your regular appointment date is now canceled and you're kind of going to the expedited date. This is completely normal. Don't freak out about this email. I freaked out a little bit, but that's a totally normal email. It's kind of like their system just bypassing you through the regular process. The next day, November 4th, I received another email saying that the process has been expedited and that my paperwork now has been physically sent to Abu Dhabi. This was probably the longest wait we had. Finally, 12 days later, on November 16th, it said on the NVC status website that Abu Dhabi did receive the paperwork. When I saw they received it, I went ahead and emailed them at this email address requesting an interview date. After I requested this, a day later, Abu Dhabi emailed me back with a link to a website to make an account and select an interview date. However, when I went to make the account, I followed all the steps that they sent me in the emails. They said no appointment dates are available. Again, this is normal. Don't freak out. I was like, what? No appointment dates available. I started freaking out. So I went ahead after you make the account and do all these steps. Again, this is something they don't tell you. You again have to email Abu Dhabi and let them know, I've completed it. Can I please have an appointment date? Then again, a day later, they waited. I received the email on November 18th and the interview date was set for December 7th. So as you can see, that was pretty much the timeline of the process. Now, a few things that did delay this as well, the interview date, I believe is because Thanksgiving was around. There was also some holiday in the United Arab Emirates on December 1st and 2nd. So I feel it would have been probably a week or two earlier, that interview date, but it was actually scheduled exactly when all those holidays were completed. And so that was December 7th. Now, as far as the interview, my wife, she went very well prepared. She took all her documents that they requested on the NVC website, plus additional documents. Her bank statements helped her out because we actually forgot to take a form, which they don't request. If you are self-employed, like I said, that form from the IRS website, make sure you give that to your spouse to take for you. They use that to prove your income. If you're not self-employed, you have a regular job, then pay stubs, W-2s, all those are more than enough. And I'm self-employed, so I can't speak for what forms you may need for that. Just take everything that they requested on the NVC website in the emails and anything additional. She took copies of birth certificates, original documents. She didn't have my original birth certificate document, but she did have a copy of that. She took my bank statements, her bank statements. The more the better. When she went for the interview, again, it was in Abu Dhabi. She went the night before because there was a long wait to enter Abu Dhabi and she didn't want to be late for the interview at 8:30 a.m. She told me she was put inside a room with a lot of other people waiting for their interviews as well. They take away your cell phone. They don't have access to their cell phone. For over 2 hours she was in there for. So from 8:30 till about 10:30 she was in there. The actual interview was less than a few minutes, she told me. They just asked her the forms, they confirmed it, they took her passport, and I believe because it was expedited, she ended up receiving her passport the very next day. And then on December 10th, she was here with me in America, immigration complete. And she's now pending her green card, Social Security, and we're expecting our little baby girl May 21st, about 22nd. And we're still deciding on a name. So if you guys have a name to suggest, preferably Indian, leave it in the comments. The top name, we might name it. I hope this video helped. And if you have any questions for my wife or I for the interview or anything that we did, I know I skimmed through this a lot, but if you have any questions at all, feel free to ask me. I will reply back in the comments. I'm not a legal expert. I'm just letting you know my experience with it, and I hope my experience will help you when filing your I-130. I'm making this video was just because when I looked online, I was struggling for answers, so I feel the more transparency and availability of information online will help someone else out in the future as well. If you found this video informative, please like, subscribe to the channel. This is not the normal channel for immigration videos, I know, but it is my channel and I put up random videos sometimes.